Hi, my name's Katie Henry, and my two words are striving and surrendered. I grew up going to church and accepted Jesus into my heart at around age 10 because I knew that Jesus died on the cross to take away my sins, and I knew that that was what you were supposed to do when you understood that. I loved Jesus for what he had done for me, but never let him actually come into my life and change it. All throughout elementary, middle, and the beginning of high school, I was always seeking perfection. I had to get the perfect grades, and I wanted to look and dress perfectly, and I wanted to look like a perfect, godly child that had her whole life figured out with no problems. I constantly felt the pressure from others and myself. I beat myself up and spread myself so thin that I was almost transparent. I found my worth and satisfaction through the acceptance of others and success in sports and grades. Unfortunately, I was not great in sports and did not have a whole bunch of nice things, so I always found myself failing. I put my worth in a relationship that only tore me down and dragged me further away from God, but I sure did not let anyone see because I did not want to lose my perfect image. During a mission trip in the summer after my sophomore year, I finally surrendered to God. I realized what that relationship was doing to my life and the dark path that I was on. One night, way after lights out, I cried out to Jesus for hours, just praying and thanking him for loving me so much and letting me know that I didn't need to keep pretending and striving for perfection that only he himself encompassed and be imprisoned in that destructive relationship. I finally understood that I was worth more than I gave myself credit. Jesus knew that I was worth enough to come down from heaven and die a horrible death just to save me from my sin that was leading me toward hell. Over the course of my senior year, there were many changes in my spiritual walk with Jesus. I decided to stop living for myself. The Holy Spirit urged me to give up many of my old sinful habits and start to read the Bible every day, get more plugged in with the Bible study, and talk more and more with the Lord. I started trusting and letting Him lead my life instead of me trying to do it all on my own. Even recently, just when I started classes here at Ball State on my freshman year, I've grown closer to the Lord. I no longer stress about my schoolwork, looking perfect, or trying to be the popular girl because I understand that the Lord has a plan for my life, and so everything's going to happen just as it's supposed to happen when it's supposed to happen. Though I still make mistakes, I understand that I am fearfully and wonderfully made. That means He made me just as I'm supposed to, and that's enough. And that people will not always like me, especially because I'm different than many other people in the way that I choose to live my life for Christ. This is all okay to me because I get strength and peace from God. I realize this is how He wants me to live because Jesus was the only perfect one. I let go of my troubles and let Jesus take them away. I was striving, and now I'm surrendered. Those are my two words.